Happy Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Allincrypto here, and welcome back, guys, for what is going to be nothing short of another jam-packed daily market update. And these have been certainly nothing short of jam-packed since the Trump pump. We've been covering insane news as it relates to the cryptocurrency space, whether that be Bitcoin becoming a United States strategic reserve asset and the potential accumulation of 1 million Bitcoin. Remember, ETFs have well over 1 million Bitcoin. US ETFs alone have well over a million Bitcoin. Whether that be some of the news in regards to the new Department of Government Efficiency called Dogecoin, headed by none other than Elon Musk, and some of the ramifications that has for the broader projects in the crypto space. Trump potentially looking to implement zero capital gains tax on profits made by US-based cryptocurrencies. And it continues today, and that's what we're going to be getting into. I'm hoping you're all enjoying the price action that we're seeing. I know many of my Patreons are now well and truly in the green. I'm hoping you guys are also, and it's not too late to join the Patreon. Over the coming week, we're really going to be diving into, on this channel, of course, behind the scenes also, where the altcoin sector is at generally, and getting into some specific projects and showing you that the best is still to come. So if you're enjoying this, you're going to love what's to come. And I want you guys to look yourselves in the mirror and to say, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to change my family's lives. I'm going to change the people around me's lives by capitalizing on what is a technology that is going to grip the world. And we're lucky enough that it has a token attached to it. In fact, a token that enables it to work. And we're going to get into a lot more philosophical stuff as it relates to the cryptocurrency space and why it is just so unbelievably amazing in the week ahead. But we've got a lot to get into in this video, so I'll try not to digress. Let's kick the video off with some huge news, and that news is XRP potentially going to the White House, baby. Now, talk a little bit about price. I do want to grab the reins a little bit here and maybe pull us back somewhat, because we know what's coming, but we don't just want it to go straight there. Not just in relation to XRP, but in relation to the space as a whole. I would rather more of a slower ascent than just a blow-off top one, because that means it's likely going to be a lot shorter, in my opinion. You typically see these sort of, you see people talking about they want this God candle. First of all, I don't think God has too much to do with candles or the markets. I would rather that comes at, the end of next year, we get that. And then by that time, we're up massively. I don't want that now. I want that later. But I want the price movement that we're seeing to continue. But we're going to have pullbacks along the way. And if you're sort of sat on the sidelines, you're still waiting for a bear market. Unfortunately, you wouldn't have been listening to us if that's the case. Do look for some weakness to buy into. Not financial advice, just my own opinion. I never advise sort of, or would say to rush in to anything. However, I do think the train is well and truly leaving the station, certainly when it comes to altcoins, which we've said, as that key event for Bitcoin took place, the breaking of this broadening descending channel, a pullback in what is a broader uptrend, the altcoins were about to overperform because Bitcoin is the tide that rises and sinks all ships. And boy, oh boy, are we seeing it. We're seeing Algo, XRP, H-bar. Where are my H-barbarians in the comment section? It's a rough time to be the H-bar Lord Commander, but we never lost faith. We doubled down. Cardano doing spectacularly. We've also always continued to back and support that project. Let's stick to the topic at hand, which of course is XRP going to the White House. Yesterday, Brad Garlinghouse appeared on Fox Business, and this is from Good Morning Crypto. We've shared a couple of tweets from him on a number of occasions now. Great guy to follow. One of the best guys to follow, certainly if you're into XRP. Just in, Donald Trump and Ripple CEO meeting confirmed on Fox Business. XRP is one of the best performance off the news that Brad Garlinghouse met with the president, Donald Trump. What do you believe Ripple CEO discussed with Donald Trump during their White House meeting? Comments below. And my take is, I think ultimately they're going to talk about how they can... Trump's a Bitcoin guy, but he's also more so a dollar guy. And there's a crisis taking place with the dollar's credibility, certainly the debt markets and the colossal nature of them and the ever-inflating nature of them and the debt burden. How do we solve that? Well, I think we use stable coins to liquefy the debt beneath it, and ultimately we further the dollar. Say I'm not American, I'm in the UK. I'm proud to be British, which is something you're probably not even allowed to say anymore because you could be considered all sorts of things, but I am. And then somebody thinking, how can you possibly be? But, I'm a big enjoyer of it. Anyway, let's move on. I ultimately think that Ripple's going to play a major role in regards to helping the US dollar and the US dominance from a technological point of view, innovative point of view, and also a monetary point of view with their stablecoins. This, of course, was a section of the talk which was very interesting in regards to Donald Trump reportedly met with Ripple. There's a number of ones that are circulating right now. Obviously, HBAR, we looked at that. It was totally a rumor. Nothing's confirmed. I kind of don't really agree with the guy's credentials that put that out. But I don't want to sort of say that, I don't want to call anybody anything. But there was news that potentially there was going to be a new sort of advisory board or a new kind of working group that was going to involve the likes of XRP, obviously X, what Elon Musk doing, the head of the Doge department. I've still got to pinch myself every time I realize that's a reality. And things like Cardano, the Hyperledger, etc., etc. And this is pretty spectacular. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic. We're going to play this clip very quickly, and then we're going to proceed on with the video because there's so much news to cover today. Let's go ahead and get into this clip.
The blockchain payments company Ripple, which uses XRP to enable transactions, jumped dramatically since election night.
What a difference 10 days makes. We, for years in the United States, have had an attack on the crypto industry. It's been war. And we finally, I think, have a crypto president. The crypto industry has embraced Trump. Trump has embraced the crypto industry.
He really has. He really has.
I think it's very genuine. And I think he sees the opportunity. He sees innovation. He sees entrepreneurship. And look, I'm very excited about what the future holds. I'll point out, you were saying that XRP is up 70+%. Since Election Day, the best performing crypto assets are all U.S. companies or U.S. technologies. This shouldn't be a surprise. The United States SEC has been manipulating and putting pressure on these U.S. companies, U.S. technologies, and now that pressure comes off and they explode upwards. So we shouldn't be surprised by that.
So that is since when that it's all U.S.? That
really since Election Day.
Okay, since Election Day, then that really makes sense.
It does. And if you can even put a number on this, like what has Gary Gensler's war on crypto, you can put an amount on it. We went from 2.2 trillion to basically 3 trillion. So this was an $800 billion unlock just because we now are going to have rational actors who act lawfully.
You may have met with President-elect Donald Trump. Any truth to those rumors?
I mean, I think like many of your guests today, I'm not going to comment on too many specifics here. Suffice it to say.
Okay, that's a yes. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I respect that. But to me, it's a yes.
We have been active throughout this election cycle in being very pro-crypto, pro-innovation. And how do we make sure that this Congress and, the president, obviously, it's a totally new day. And I could not be happier about like a Congress that I think is, as Norm said earlier, your guest, we got to get away from regulation through enforcement. That makes no sense. We've spent literally over $150 million fighting the SEC, an unlawful war.
Let's leave that there. So it's likely he's met Trump. They are going to use XRP, and he spoke about, I personally believe this, and he spoke about how that unlock with Gensler, okay, we're at 3 trillion. By the way, guys, we're going to 6+. This bull flag is showing it. The technicals will always lead the way, lead the charge. And boy, oh boy, have we been right on things thus far. And that's not through necessarily fundamentals, because it's very hard to time things fundamentally. You can understand the concepts of things doing well, but technically how things have been positioned. And we said going into this election, it looked like a Trump victory was likely. Due to how the markets were positioned, and you've seen that all come to fruition. It's such an exciting time to be alive in the cryptocurrency space. As we're talking about XRP, this has now triggered that broader pattern that takes us to $19.27. We've said, stop being a hater on XRP. I don't care whether you think it's this or it's that or it's the other. The reality is it's going to be used. It's like we see this sort of holier than thou attitude towards meme coins. Guess what? Meme coins are outperforming your coin. Is that right? Is that wrong? Who knows? Who cares? Just make money off of it. If you're buying cryptocurrencies, why are you buying them? because you're in it for the tech. You don't have to be, we support lots of crypto projects without actually owning them. In the sense that we give feedback to the teams. We'll advise certain things on directions we think things should go, or how this might look. Somebody might send me a post saying, oh, we've just released this announcement. What do you think about this? We don't own the tokens, but we help them because we believe in the technological innovation. Just a comment, because I'm so sick of people being holier than thou about their cryptocurrencies and this and that and the other. Yes, some cryptocurrencies are going to fundamentally change the world. I think XRP is one. I think HBAR is one. But there's a list of them, Chainlink, etc. Bitcoin already has. Ethereum, I still think is going to do amazing things. I think it's going to lose ground to some of the others, though, however, etc., etc., etc. But fundamental value takes time to be realized. And what the crypto space still is, in my opinion, is very much hype-driven. And you can see that off the back end of a lot of the speculation that's coming out in regards to even some of the assets that we spoke about. So just a quick comment there. So XRP is now triggered. This is huge news. It's likely going to be, and he spoke about something very interesting there also, that it's US companies that are doing this, or US companies, I shouldn't say, US sort of based or centered cryptos. That's obviously on the back end of the whole capital gains thing. And if you think about, if you have zero capital gains tax for cryptos and they're going up and they're doing well and it's a market, why would people not invest in that over somewhere you've got to pay that capital gains? Oh, man, I've been in this space. I've been looking into Bitcoin since 2012, the days of Silk Road. We've got some amazing stories we could tell on the back end of that we shall. We're not far off sort of, we are writing that book called The Crypto Chronicles, where we're going to hopefully get people up to speed on the crypto space. Very interesting book, and there'll be some sort of interesting stories in there in regards to that era. But where we are today, it seems very much unimaginable, although there was a lot of people talking about it, and there has been since then. Certainly Bitcoin and now the broader application of a distributed ledger is fundamentally changing the world that we live in. Also, some really interesting news is we now have Bitcoin options, so Bitcoin ETF options. We spoke about the kind of vol-on-vol squeeze that this might cause, and that's still to happen. And as everything, of course, relates to Bitcoin, there's a broader technical journey ahead of us, and we are there, ladies and gentlemen. We are embarking on that next leg. It's coming home. One thing I think I really need to do is start to look at some of the Bitcoin crosses. So Bitcoin against the SPY, it's been underperforming the SPY. We said, actually, this is going to start to perform against it, and boy, oh boy, is it, with higher targets. Also Bitcoin gold pulling back on the Trump news. Remember, it made that key level of significance. And of course, Bitcoin, NASDAQ. This is now all formed. Wherever you look, it's an unbelievably bullish picture. And I just want to say, again, a massive thank you to each and every one of you for being here and supporting this channel. We're at 94,000 subs. Who's going to get to 100K first? Allincrypto or Bitcoin? You guys decide. If you're not already a subscriber, do consider becoming one. Huge, huge news. Everything is looking absolutely spectacular, guys. It doesn't matter where you look, whether you look at the totals, whether you look at fundamentally what's going on. You have to have your eyes closed to be bearish on the industry right now. And at a point when everyone was bearish, we were bullish, and we're going to continue to be so. And you're going to see, if you're already into crypto, you'll notice it. I'm speaking to you guys on the other end of the camera, your colleagues, your friends, your family, they're all going to start going, oh, what about this, that, and the other? And you've been sat there waiting for that trap to snag. And well done, guys. Well done. We're going to be upping the amount of videos. We've got researchers and all sorts coming onto the team. Check out allincrypto.com. Become a patron if you haven't already. Also, subscribe, comments, likes, all that good stuff. I'll see you in this evening's video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. And of course, we'll see you in tomorrow's Daily Market Update.